Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back and we're doing a best of one Strixhaven draft. Alright, rare is Wandering Archaic. Technically it's Explore the Vastlands too, but I don't think Explore the Vastlands is very good. Wandering Archaic, 5 mana, 4/4, and whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery, they have to pay 2 extra or you get to copy it. It's pretty cool. I might still just take a heated debate over it. Hard to go wrong with 3 mana, 4 damage to any target that can't be countered. Especially since it gets through Ward. Very strong. 5 mana, 4/4 with upside is pretty cool, especially since it keeps you completely open to everything. But I think I'd still rather just have pretty premium removal. I mean, you can pretty much go infinite on heated debates and not feel bad about it. Does limit us a little bit, but we also get an awesome removal spell, so goes both ways. Okay, here the best card is probably Divide by Zero, which I think I like more than Mentor's Guidance since it actually, deals with something on the board. The only problem with Divide by Zero is it doesn't deal with those pesky tokens, but it's still a great card. And bounce effects are really strong in this format. There's a lot of +1/+1 counter shenanigans. Bounce would be a lot better if you could bounce tokens with this card, but that's okay. We probably still just take it. I mean, otherwise, Explosive Welcome is very expensive. 8 mana for 5 damage. It's going to be tough to get to that point. Probably just take the Divide by Zero. Bounce Learn is very good, so we'll take that. All right, pick 3. Well, we could take the Prismari Apprentice. There is Mage Hunter's Onslaught, but it actually, it doesn't work with either of our first 2 picks, oddly enough. Devouring Tendrils is in here. If I wanted to go like Simic, that's not bad. I could actually see the argument for that, even over Prismari Apprentice, but Apprentice makes it so we can play our first 2 picks. Tendrils is removal that moves us away from the heated debate. So I don't love that, unless we go 3 color. This Apprentice is pretty good. But, I mean, I don't love is it in this format anyway. I think I might just take the Tendrils. It's more premium removal. I'll take as much removal as I can get. See what's flowing. Vortex Runner's fine. There is Snow Day here. Vortex Runner probably makes the most sense in Simic, because you have stuff that ramps you and can learn. I don't know why the name of that spell is escaping me right now, but 3 mana, ramp a forest, and learn is very good. I actually really like that card. I can take Vortex Runner here. Hopefully it doesn't... hopefully I can actually make it unblockable when I get 8 lands this time, right? Yeah. Shout out to the people who saw that video. That was weird. Alright. Snow Day is very good too, but I think, I haven't really played much with Vortex Runner, and it just does seem like a pretty slick card to win games with. So, Flunk'n is in here? Jeez. Otherwise, I mean, nothing else really exciting in here. Historian's playable. Flunk'n is definitely premium removal. That would move us maybe towards Golgari. I don't mind. I mean, I'm not giving... It's like, Flunk'n seems like far and away the best card in here. So why don't we just take it? And for now, see what we're supposed to... Look for gold cards to sort of dictate the direction we're going. Like, I can take Lash of Malice now, which I actually like. I really like this card. 1 mana removal. Maybe we should just take white and get 5 colors. Let's take the Lash of Malice. Be happy about it. It's good removal. It's cheap. I really like Deadly Brew a lot. Big fan of this card. Can't abuse it much yet, but give it time. Biomathematician is very good too. But I really like Deadly Brew, and Golgari might be something we can Sorry, not Golgari. I'm the worst. Witherbloom. Witherbloom, of course. What am I talking about? It's a Witherbloom. Wow. 8th pick Auric Loremage. Well, I'm glad we dove into black when we did, because Loremage is good. A couple good Witherbloom, of course. Cards in there as well. Let's take the Auric Loremage, though. That's a good card. We can take Arrogant Poet. Fine card. Sometimes it flies. It can trade early or fly over top. Win some games with that. Another one, or the Campus Guide. I think I'm fine with Poet. I actually like Campus Guide, but the fact that we can cut black and Poet can fly over is actually relevant. We'll take the Quandrix Campus here, which perhaps lets us splash blue. Divide by 0 and Vortex Runner. Possibly splashable. Not very exciting splash cards, but do I need a Spined Carrick? I only have 4 creatures right now. I mean, I guess we'll take the... I think the chances of playing the Professor's Warning are low. Same with Carrick, but there's a chance I end up creature light, so I might want it. Getting an 8th pick Auric Loremage is kind of cool, though. I actually like this card. Maybe some people don't like it. I don't know. Maybe it's not that good. I feel like it's good, though. I think we'll just take this past the red card to indicate we're not in red. We're not in white either, but that's okay. Ooh, Doomblade. Well, that's an exciting one. Yeah, Doomblade is great. 2-mana removal. Old school. Mystical Archives. Paying off here. We don't have any lessons or learn cards right now. That's not true. We have learn. We don't have lessons. Whatever. Take the Doomblade. Killian's in here. Awesome card. But at this point, we are likely Witherbloom. Well, Woe Eater is a cool one. I actually like Woe Eater. Blood Researcher has some synergy too. I mean, Woe Eater is going to be a lot worse if we don't get more creatures. But it's also a 4-mana 7/6 that can block for a turn. And then you sack it and your opponent discards, you draw, and you gain 2 life. So at worst, keeps, stuff back for a turn. And then it only gets better from there, I think. But we'll take it. What are we hoping to wheel here? I mean, obviously Blood Researcher, but I'm not holding my breath for that one. Master Symmetrist is great. Brackish Trudge is great. Trudge coming back is good, but we don't have the life gain yet, do we? No, that's not true. Tendrils, that can get it back. If I had actual Pest to sacrifice, that would get it back. Auric Loremage can put it in our graveyard. That's kind of cool. Symmetrist is very strong. Doesn't work with Demogoth. Kind of tempted to take the Trudge just because this is the right archetype for it. And we already have some synergy with it. Be nice to wield a Servant. Not sure if it's going to happen. I mean, 4-mana 4/4 is clearly better than a... Well, is it clearly better than a 3-mana 4/2? It also has Reach. I don't know. They're both great cards. I think Trudge synergistically is better. It's a little bit cheaper. I could honestly go both ways on that and be happy. All right, good Witherbloom cards in here. I think you just take the removal. And probably cutting blue. Let's be honest. If I'm going to splash blue, it's not for a Vortex Runner and a Divide by 0. Servants would be nice pickups, but let's just take Mage Duel. We will need some more, actual creatures to make this deck work, but I'm hoping. All right, we'll take another Mage Duel. Getting a little ambitious here, because we only have 6 creatures currently. Got a boatload of removal. Let's make sure, if we have 8 removal spells, maybe I do take a creature here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6. So basically, this is 7. And now 1 more removal spell, and we don't need any more after that. All right, we can take the Tendrils, and we're good. No more removal. Now it's just creatures, baby. That's all we need. So, we can take the Dissector. Once again, this is kind of the right archetype for it, but in general, I don't love Dissector, but if we end up with a bunch of pests, it's going to be quite good. If we don't, we're in a little bit of trouble. But yeah, we have 8 removal spells now, pretty solid ones. Lash, Doomblade, Flunk, Tendrils for Days. Ooh, Dina? Dina's a good one. Leech Fanatic would actually be very good in here too, but Dina's awesome. This deck is like just ready to get amazing. It's so close. It's so close to being amazing, but need some help. We need some creatures. Hopeful we can wheel some. So we could take the Anatomy. We don't have any Learn currently, and we're still kind of hungry for some creatures here. Multiple Novice Dissectors, not exactly the creatures I'm looking for, but I don't think Expanded Anatomy is going to do us much good if we don't have a bunch of creatures. Another 3 Novice Dissectors, we're starting to get, I mean, I don't want to run just a bunch of Hill Giants in here either. I think we'll hope to finish our creatures off in the last pack. I'll just take the fixing for now, I guess. Scryland. I really am hoping we wouldn't have to play 3 Novice Dissectors. I mean, there's quite a few creatures in here I don't want to play. I'd like to not play these or the Spine Carrack. All right, we got the Servant back. That's a huge pickup for us. Life gain synergy is good in here, especially with Dina and the Trudge. Got them both back. That's actually just good news. So already looking, we're going to play 3 of them. We're going to be happy about it. And just like that, we're already up to 12 creatures. Great. Alright, so we only need 3 more creatures. Don't really need to ramp into anything, so I don't think we need the Alchemist. Could take the Ingredient. It's just a 1-drop. Could take the Inkling Summoning and get ourselves a lesson, despite the fact we don't have any Learn. But it does evade. Moldering Carrack is a good card. We've already got a lot of 4-drops, though. Although, I'd consider it a big upgrade to Novice Dissector. Or we could take the Unwilling Ingredient. I mean, Unwilling Ingredient's not that nuts. Might just be Inkling Summoning here. This is kind of a safe pick. Because it's a lesson, so we can main deck it. It has evasion. We can dig it up if we get Learn. Probably the safest pick is the Inkling Summoning. Not the most exciting pick, but the safest. All right, Putrefy. Well, geez. And Flunk'n here. And Spectre. And Blood Researcher. And Hunt for Specimens. I mean, this pack has everything, but Putrefy is so premium that I think we just take it. I don't know if you noticed, but our curve is actually low. You know what that means? Might be running the classic Alex Stephenson 16 lander, so we can fit 9 removal spells in here. Umbral Juke is a great card. I love what this card does. A little board wipe here. You know how I feel about board wipes. Umbral Juke is amazing. I love that it's both removal and an evasive creature. It's just very, very powerful card. Happily taking it. Another Deadly Brew? Well, or Pest Summoning? Jeez. I think, man, Pest Summoning is so good in here. Is it? Well, it works with Dina. Works with Deadly Brew. Works with Dissector. Works with Damogoth. Probably want the Summoning. As much as I love Deadly Brew, and believe me, I love Deadly Brew. Especially since we probably can get enough creatures. But like I said, I'd really like to dip out of some of these creatures that we have. Because this is also a creature, so it's like 13. I could go either way on that, honestly. I just think Pest Summoning is like exactly what our deck wants to do, so that's why I want to take it. So we take Fractal Summoning and get yet another lesson. Problem being now we don't have Learn. I could have gotten the Hunt the Specimens, but I think Pest Summoning is quite a bit better. Wait, I took something else over that. Umbral Juke? Yeah, I think Umbral Juke is still quite a bit better. It's hard to go wrong with removal plus creature. So I could take Fractal Summoning here, or I could take the Arrogant Poet. Probably take the Summoning. Rise of Extus. Well, I actually like that here. I think Spectre would be fine too, but now that we actually, you know, have good lessons that we want to dig up, I think we just slam Rise of Excess. Because you can even kind of count it as a creature. I actually think the Spectre... I'm okay counting my removals as creatures if they find creatures. Granted, it's a little bit slow, but totally fine. And we have 14 creatures currently, if you count Pest Summoning, and which we could put in the sideboard if we wanted. Leyline Invocation. So it's a creature. It gives us like a big in-game. Leech Fanatic life gain synergizes with Dina, however. Gives us more early game. I think I'm going to go with the 2-drop. I really like Leyline Invocation, but with all this removal, I think we can actually beat down... Oh, Professor. Couldn't have asked for a better card to pick up. I love this card. Such a good common. Perfect for our deck. I'd run 1,000,000 if I could. All right, taking the Carrick. Now we're just doing great. We got everything we wanted in this deck. Could take the Groff, actually. Or I could take the Spectre. I mean, they're both pretty good. This is really exceptional if you can resolve it early, sacrificing pests. I think I'll take it. There's sometimes Bayou Groff is just nuts. Got another Fanatic. And now we're just ready to dip out of bad cards. Yeah, we got everything we wanted in our Witherbloom deck. Including good removal. Plenty of creatures. I don't see a single thing wrong with this deck. Quite frankly. I don't see a single thing wrong with it. Could have gotten more Learn. Maybe that's if I had one complaint. I would have liked some more Learn, but that's okay. We could have gotten a Hunt for Specimens, but I still think the Umbral Juke's probably better than that. It's just so good. Probably don't want to do 16 lands now, but geez. We are just removal deck here, huh? So probably cut a Dissector. This is like probably a 5-drop for the most part here. So we can cut more creatures. We only got the 1 Learn card, right? So that means I might be main decking Pest Summoning. Because we still have like Fractal Summoning we find instead, or Inkling Summoning, yeah. I think we main deck the Pest Summoning. It's just a good card for this deck. Main deck. With what we've got, yeah. Cool. Tons of removal. So we can cut 2 creatures. I think I still cut Dissector. Just lowers our curve. It's probably the weakest creature in here. How badly do I want the Bayou Groff? I honestly don't mind Bayou Groff. Could cut maybe a Springmane Servant. I like it too. It does have synergy in here, especially with like Dina and whatever else, but it's probably a card we can safely cut and not feel bad about. So, removal. The next thing here is all about removal, because look at our removal. Just look at it. Isn't it just a sight to behold? I mean, it just never ends. It's just never-ending removal. Never-ending. Look at this. It's too big of a pile. There's too much. Yeah, we cut our weakest removal, which I guess might be Lash of Malice. As much as I love Lash of Malice, I love my 1-mana removal. I think we go for stuff that deals with more stuff. Oh, man. I think we might end up cutting a creature here. Just because I might be more on board with running 14 creatures with this removal suite. Because this is just crazy. Oh, man, that's tough. 14 creatures is a little bit light. But, okay, like I said, you can count Rise of Excess as a creature. Because it can dig up the Fractal Summoning. So really, we can cut one more creature and we still technically have 15 creatures. Because this does count as a creature, in my mind. Very slow creature. I'll give you that. But still a creature. So probably a Springmane Servant. Yeah. And then, I mean, obviously running fight cards when you're only running 14 creatures is going to be worse. Yeah. But, man, that's a good removal suite. Alright. Well, I'm running it like this. Never looking back. It's a cool deck. I like it. Really good. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. 17 lands, basically just because I guess Rise of Exodus kind of puts it in 17 land territory. Maybe if I had a campus guide, I could consider 16, but no, I think this is right. I guess this is like a 5-drop in here most of the time, too. All right, well, this is it. It's a sweet Witherbloom deck. Looks very good. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. All right, round 1, we've got a good keep here. Dina into Brackish Drudge. Flunk just chilling there, waiting to dunk on some creature. Classic Flunk'n on the dunking on Flunk. Dunk Flunk? Flunk'n and dunk. Flunk'n and dunkin'. Maybe that's what I'll call this video. All right. Conspiracy theorist. That's a good one. Mage Duel. Well, this is kind of a good opportunity to... I mean, I guess I could kill both their creatures. That's pretty cool, actually. Why don't we do that? Kill this. Why not? I think I'll actually putrefy it, because I might use Umbral Juke as a creature. There we go. Can I sack another creature? Alright. Why'd they gain that one? Oh, because I get sack in response. That makes sense. So I could exile my own Dina. I don't think I do, though. Probably just Umbral Juke to get a flyer, continue the beatdown. Rise of Exodus, the next creature they play. Ah, I see, I see. Ah, Demigoth too, huh? Oh, I didn't attack with my 2-1. Whoops. Alright, let's just do this now. Because they're tapped out too. Yeah, this is a good time to do it. Get a summoning. It's like getting an extra 4/4 in your hand. Alright, that's cool. I guess we might as well. Alright. We'll see you in game 2. Alright, we got a good hand here. Keep it. Poet into Trudge into Demigoth. I like it. Ooh, Plarg. Plarg's a good one. Lets you loot. So, can putrefy now. Plarg lets them loot and cheat out spells. If I play the Trudge, they can hit me for 4. We have more cards in hand, so I feel like could actually see killing the Trickster. Yeah, I think we actually kill Trickster. It gets rid of a flyer. Granted, they can use Plarg to like loot and stuff, but I think this is probably the best way to do it. So we'll just get a Demigoth out there. Demigoth also not a super easy creature to kill, which is good. Alright, so we'll go Trudge plus Arrogant Poet. Well, getting rid of the first striker even though Plarg's better. Getting in for 6 damage versus getting in for 0. I don't know. Could go either way on that. Expressionist, huh? It's a pretty good one. So I could actually sack the Daemogoth. But can make them discard their last card. I would get to draw. They could lose life. So I could bring Trudge back to my hand and play the Carrick. But I'd rather attack for 7, I think. Especially if they just take 7. Because then I can just sack the Woe Eater. That's cool. So we have 8 mana. I don't know which one I Mage Duel. Probably the Expressionist. I'm letting them keep Plarg this whole game, I know, but I wonder if I actually do. Well, could also just attack for 5, see how they block. Because I'm willing to trade my 5/5 for their Expressionist, and then just slam like a Carrick. Yeah. Alright, so now I can at least go Carrick. Because I think if they had a trick there, they would have played it. That was a good draw, actually. If it was going to be a land, at least it was our scry land. Probably stop on our upkeep. Oh, Dina. Yeah, I can keep that. Not a terribly exciting draw, but I think it's okay. I mean, better than drawing a land, right? Leech Fanatic is probably okay. Because we can at least maybe attack with it. Unfortunately, I think we just let this game drag on too long. It's a good draw. We still live. I guess not now, though. Oh, I was supposed to upkeep do this. Well, let's see what I should have gotten, just out of curiosity. Because I forgot to upkeep. Oh, would have saved me, too. Sad. You gotta remember to put on your stops, folks. That's too bad. Just ruin an interesting game. Just one click away from making a super interesting game. How sad. Alright. We'll see you for the next one. Alright. Keep this hand. It looks good. You've got 3 removal spells in hand. You can probably Tendrils the Pilgrim and start attacking. Could have done the Moldering Carrick, but Professor having more power felt better to me. Hmm. I think what I'm going to do is Juke plus Mage Duel. And I guess I'll get the lifelink going too. Mostly because I still have Flunk'n in hand, but yeah, I guess it could go either way there. Alright, so I'm thinking they have Day of Judgment here. Otherwise this attack doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe not. Well, we'll see if they have the Day of Judgment. We'll lose the thinger there. Huh. Ooh, it's a strong one. It's a good one too. I've set up the stop, but it just, you know, didn't stop, so there you have it. Stop before next turn, except the next turn. I don't know how to... Maybe someone can educate me on how to do the stops. I thought if you press the stop, you know, it's supposed to, you know, stop. But apparently that's not how it works. All right. We'll see you for the next one. Oh yeah, we got a good hand here. We might as well kill it. Kind of lose out on some star pupil value if we do that, so seems okay to me. They want to get environmental sciences or guiding voice back? Huh. I guess if they're short on lands, then... Oh, well, I don't know. So... Yeah, I think Lore Mage makes the most sense here, because then we can dig up the Trudge. It's pretty sweet, actually. Unexpected trade there. Could have done the pest summoning setup for a Woe Eater, too. So this is kind of just a good opportunity to do this, I think, before my Lore Mage dies. I could get damage in too, but this is just really good, I think. It's just like digging up a free creature in your hand. It came at the cost of dealing 3 damage to my opponent, which is significant, but considering Lore Mage could have died, I don't know. It feels okay to me, actually. And now I can bash in on this thing. Oh. Well, I wasn't expecting to trade. Let's go Pest Summoning Brackish Trudge. And then we can do Woe Eater, Leech Fanatic. Oh. It's a pretty big one. Nice. Let's go Woe Eater and Leech Fanatic. And then we'll pass. So I can do deck thinning with Lore Mage. I think I will, because we want a removal here. So I might actually just put lands in my graveyard, which technically lowers our chance of drawing a land. Could do an instant and sorcery that wasn't a removal to make Lore Mage bigger. I don't know if we have any of that. Maybe I just have to do an instant or sorcery to make Lore Mage bigger. I can't do the upkeep Witherbloom Campus because then I wouldn't even be able to do the removal anyway. Let's see if there's instants and sorceries that aren't removal. I don't think there are, though. No, all my instants and sorceries are removal. So I think we'll just do like a forest, because we don't want to draw that anyway. So I think the play is land. We have to gain some life here. Well, it's not lethal. All right, well, looks like that is that. All right, See you for the next one. We're on the draw. Man, I really want to keep this, but it's pretty dangerous if we don't get black mana. Which is too bad, too, because Professor into Bayou Graph seems like a insane turn progression, but we also don't want to just lose to not drawing black mana. Not with this deck, so we'll just mulligan and keep this. I'd say it's a good trade for us. Get some 3/3s off the board. Now I guess we just do probably an Umbral Juke. Get a 2/1. Little 2/1 flyer. I could play the Bayou Graph, but I don't want to yet. Guess I don't need to putrefy that. Alright. I mean, we're winning the race, but I guess I will. Mostly because I already have Flunk'n. Sure. Let's do, I guess, the Lifelinker. Could do the Auric Lore Mage, but I don't need to. Sure. So I can flunk that, but I think we just hardcast a Graph here. Well, this is interesting. I could flunk and keep my Carrick. But I think I'll just take the trade and hardcast a Graph here. So 5 total. Better use of mana with the Lore Mage, I guess. We can get a Berry and Books back with the Warden. Guess we save the Flunk for the monster summoning then. Or the elemental summoning, rather. Could flunk the Rescuer now. Guess that makes sense. And then Woe Eater sacrificing itself. will be lethal unless they can gain life here. Wasn't expecting a white splash. Oh wait, I don't gain life? Or they don't lose life, rather? Oh. Guess I do this. Alright, we'll see you for the next one. Oh, we got a good hand here. Can start with the Leech Fanatic and work our way up from there. Leech Fanatic into Dina is pretty good. Ooh, Valentine? Card's super strong. I could kill Valentine now. Kind of want to set up for it though, because I'm going to make them lose more life with this trade too. I don't know. Feels better to me. They can't pay for that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I don't want to do tendrils with open mana, though. Alright, that's fine. So now we can eat Valentine. Gain life twice. Guess we could Deadly Brew, but don't have anything to get back currently, so it's not the best. So, I suppose we can Deadly Brew. You have to return another permanent card from your graveyard. This is probably fine, actually. I think we just attack with Carrick. They're going to double block. Or they could take it. That's fine, too. Alright. Unfortunately, the Vigilance kind of gets us here, but... Did I miss a scry last turn? No, I can't remember. Professor kind of doesn't get us out of this mess, so I think we've got to... How do I put a stop on? Does anybody know? This? No? Is it like too late to do it, even though technically it's before my next upkeep? Because I'm confused. Shouldn't it just let me stop before my next upkeep? Please. Would love some comment or education on how to stop before my next upkeep, because it's my opponent's turn, and I should totally be able to do that. I can't click it fast enough. That's the problem. This disappears, and then I don't get an opportunity, which is just very, very odd to me. You have to do it so much in advance that it kills you. Doomblade. Usually pretty good. I forgot to press the button again. I need some education from my commenters on how to just permanently set it up so I can stop there. It's probably some setting thing that probably is not overly complicated to do. Yeah, I suppose Lore Mage is okay. Can at least block, but I imagine they have 4 removal... I just envisioned 4 removal spells in their hand. Is that probably pretty accurate? Alright. So, this is probably one of my favorite decks I've had in the format. This is probably one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful decks I've had in the format. Just super synergy, all the best removal spells, so... Loved this deck. One of my absolute favorites. Love this archetype. Decks like this make me never want to draft Prismari in this format. Like, why would I want to play Prismari when I could just play a deck like this? So, alright. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Let's open some packs and call her good. I guess I would first pick... I guess I could take the Vanishing Verse. It's removal, it's instant speed, it can deal with quite a few things. Yeah, I guess Vanishing Verse would be an okay first pick there. It's a gold card, but nothing else super exciting jumping out at me there. Man, this is a weird one too. Bookworm, kind of expensive first pick, but a good card if you can get it going. Yeah, there's nothing else exciting. I guess I'd take a speculative Bookworm. Hope to pick up some of the rampy learn cards. Right here, yeah, I'd probably just take Mila. It's a pretty awesome card. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed it, folks. We'll see you for the next one.